Welcome, beautiful people, and thank you for joining us on Till the Wheels Fall Off, a podcast by Two Faux Couple. I'm Matt.
And I'm Paige.
And we're here to inspire others, to bring you guys into our lives and tell you a little bit about our journey. Over 20 years together, we've learned a few things.
We're going to work toward being the best version of yourself possible. We're going to dig into building a positive mindset, discuss mental health, addiction recovery, improving fitness, building businesses, and insight into what it takes to navigate life today.
Welcome back. Merry Stressmas, everybody, and happy holidays. That is D-A-Z-E. That time of the year is upon us. Today we are talking about stress and the holidays, how to get through this in one piece and how to stay sane. So I was reading a study earlier. 90% of people report that the holidays are either what they call somewhat stressful or very stressful. That leaves 10% of people that are just lying. Because I think this is a pretty stressful time of year for just about everybody. And there's a variety of reasons why the holidays can be very stressful. The first of which we are going to cover is the interesting family dynamics that exist. This is a time of year when we get together with people that we may not necessarily want to get together with. We've covered this in previous episodes before. So let's go through some of the stereotypes. You may have this person in your family. If you don't, you know someone who does. So the center of attention person, that's the person, number one. This one tends to get under most people's skin. This person, you know them. They come in, you haven't seen them for roughly a year, and all they want to talk about is how they killed it for the last year. How they started a new company and how they're making a ton of money and how they're traveling every week and how their kids all have straight A's and their
life is just perfect.
Brand new cars. Yeah, their life's just perfect, right? These people like to rub this stuff in. There's that guy. There's also the drama seeker. You know this person. They're usually hanging out in the kitchen and quietly, kind of floating around to each person, trying to get the tea, right? They're going around looking to see either is there drama in your life that they can gossip about, or they're telling you about gossip that they had just recently picked up from someone else. These people thrive on gossip, and they walk around from person to person. Just this is how they operate. They don't have anything else to talk about. You may have this person in your family. The next is the passive aggressive one. I think, just being real, these tend to be mother-in-laws or mothers, for whatever reason. These are the people that may look at your that under your tree at Santa's hall that year and say something to the effect of, it looks like Santa didn't do very good this year.
Yes, that happened.
Or they may look at your hair and say, did you do something different with your hair? It's very obviously purple, and that's just their way of saying they hate your hair. These people are everywhere. There's the political one, tends to be an older male grandfather usually. This guy sits on the couch, and every time a commercial comes on, he can't help but make it political and start a conversation or rile the whole family up. We've also got the jealous one. This guy walks around, and even though you may not be flaunting your year that you killed it, like the center of attention guy, you may just have had a good year. And this person wants to rub it in that they did not. And they want to make you feel bad about it. They're going to ask you about the nice car in the driveway. They're going to ask you about the trips you went on, and they're going to make you feel like you are a scumbag because you did have a good year. This person's around too. There's also the stressed out mom. You will find her generally off in the corner with a glass of wine, shaking with a 1,000-yard stare, looking off in the distance, wondering how in the hell they're going to get through the next week or two.
That was me.
That you?
It was me.
There's also this one. This guy always cracks me up. He's the quiet freeloader. You only see this guy like Christmas, Thanksgiving, maybe a birthday here and there, and he just sits on the couch and doesn't say a word. He's also known for giving hilarious gifts to your kids because he forgets their ages. He may get them Harley Davidson t-shirt. It's like a 3XL for a 4-year-old. These are always, to me, this is my favorite guy. These guys crack me up so bad. There's also the overdrinker and the oversharer. This is usually like a sibling or a sibling's significant other. And it's like, oh gosh, when Susie gets here, man, she's probably already 10 beers in, and she's just going to tell me about all of their, bedroom problems and God knows what else. These are just some of the things that we deal with during the holidays, these family dynamics that exist. And it's part of what makes them super stressful. So we're going to discuss how each of these can be dealt with along with some others. In addition to family dynamics, there is what I guess we're just broadly considering, Paige, an overabundance, right?
Yes.
So what does overabundance mean? What are we talking about?
Overspending. We talk about like your finances, spending too much money.
Source of stress for sure.
Living up to others' expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Overscheduling.
Yeah.
Receiving too many gifts.
That can happen.
Or giving too many gifts. Overeating, over drinking.
Yeah. Just forget that diet, right?
Yeah.
Forget all that hard work you put in up to this point. This is a tough one for a lot of people.
Yep. And the needing like to show out because of social media and Hallmark movies. Those lovely Christmas movies that Matt actually loves, y'all. It's hilarious.
They're hilarious because there's like a recipe for all of them. It's like two people go to a town they haven't been to in a long time. They hate each other in the beginning, and then they fall in love and they spend Christmas together. And they just do it in different ways, and they like deliver it different ways, and it cracks me up. It's the same movie over and over.
I mean, beautiful settings and the love stories are great, but it's not realistic.
And the guys always look generically like me. Like this, like, you know what I mean? Like this just like dude, like, I don't know, mid-30s guy with dark hair, beard, and like hair.
Oh, whatever.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do
like,
get
I
it.
look like a Hallmark dude.
But you don't. You're beautiful. Anyway, and then like an overdose on togetherness. That also goes with the overabundance.
Yeah. So these are just some of the stressors that we feel are probably more common, and we've got some solutions for each.
Well, also missing loved ones.
Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah, missing loved ones. This because time of year can be extremely tough for people if you've had someone in the last year or maybe years
Even
past this time of year.
years ago.
Yeah, someone who meant a lot to you this time of year, or maybe it's your first Christmas without somebody who means a ton to you.
Right.
And we're going to talk about how that can be a source of stress and ways to deal with it. So for each of these sources of stress, some of them funny, some of them not so much, we have got solutions for you here. So what's one?
Wait, I want to go. Can we backtrack for just a second?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about a story or why, what is stressful for us. So the over gift giving.
Oh, goodness.
Is
okay.
stressful for us.
Story
or
time.
Or it has been stressful for us. That's been one of our big stressors in our family.
Yeah. So when we talk about some of these apply to us. Some of them do not. They're just more common. We want to make sure that listeners get the most out of what we're offering. But one of them that's a little more personal to us is gifts. Gifts have been a 4-letter word in our house for a long, long time. So I grew up in a home. So I have 3 brothers. My parents are still married. And for as long as I can remember,
you have 2 brothers, but there's 3.
Sorry. What did I say?
You said you had 3 brothers, but
I have 2
understood.
brothers.
I understood what you meant, though.
There's 3 of us.
Three of y'all.
I'm the middle kid, and I've got 2 brothers.
Yeah.
We didn't have a big family. I think I've mentioned that in a prior episode. We had a small family, so like Christmas for us generally meant like Christmas morning we'd wake up and we would have a big Christmas, and then we'd go to my grandmother's house for like half the day. We stopped doing that at some point. So I'm just like really talking about Christmas from the time that I'm like probably, I don't know, 10 years old to like 20-ish, maybe a little later than that. Mm-hmm. To say that it was excessive would be an understatement. This was like insane. So Christmas was nuts. In my family dynamic, which we will get into some other time, I'm not here to talk about this as much. It was interesting, I guess is the... God, how do I put it, man, without like just roasting anybody? My mom equates gift giving with love. And when she wasn't able to provide love, she just made up for it one day of the year by giving you gifts. So it would not be uncommon that you had a $8,000 to $10,000 haul for Christmas. And it would just be absolutely excessive. That's not an exaggeration. I mean, there was a Christmas I got like a new MacBook Pro, a brand new set of golf clubs, like more clothes than I'd ever seen in my life, like all sorts of crazy stuff. And I'm like, we had a really tough year together. What is this about? But that is my mother's love language. It's like, let me just give you this stuff to make up for all the shortcomings in our relationship. And that's just how she operates. And some people operate that way. It's their love language. Like some people, it's food and gifts was hers, right? So this became a problem. Because it was obvious. There was this elephant in the room, and it was this lack of a strong relationship. And it was all these things that we didn't talk about. And the remedy for all of it was just giving tons and tons of gifts. So Christmas after Christmas, it was almost like this inside joke. It's like, all right, so how's she going to make up for what she did this year?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it'd be
And
like this
I
crazy
spent
gift.
Christmas with them since I was 15 or 16 years old.
Yeah, and Paige comes from a much different family and much more reserved. Like Christmas is practical. I think it's the best way to
Right,
describe it. It
right.
was still special. You still got things you wanted, you needed, but it was more practical.
Mm-hmm.
So she shows up to like Richie Rich's house for Christmas, and it's like, what is this? Like, this is crazy. It's nuts. And I didn't really think it was nuts because it's what you grow up in.
Yeah.
But then I start to like look around and kind of ask around. I'm like, oh, this is kind of wild, man. And I saw how it affected me. So what it does to you is it kind of puts a precedent on like, this is the baseline for what a good Christmas is. And then every year you have to up it. And before you know it, like the financial implications, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that at some point, like you're spending way too much on Christmas. And I'm thinking about my budget. Like, I don't want this for my kids. I don't want them to be looking at like what they got last year and like, oh, they're going to up it next year. Like whether or not I deserved it or did anything or need any of this stuff, I'm just going to get stuff. So like gift giving in overabundance has always been an issue. And there's one thing that we wanted was we didn't want our kids to go through this. We wanted them to have practical Christmases. Christmas shouldn't just be about the stuff. It's about the season. For many, it's about the reason for the season, the religious aspect of it. Not so much for us, but it's more about giving to others, giving to the less fortunate, and the spirit of the time of just giving and everyone feeling grateful for a while. It's a rare time. We spend like a month to just be grateful and just give to others. And so that was more we wanted it to be for us. So coming from a family that was totally gift driven and trying to break from that, we're going to tell the story about how we did that.
Right.
It's been interesting to say the very least.
Yeah. And we'll get to that solution in a minute. I want you to talk about how you can prepare your mind for family dynamic issues.
Right. So think back to all those people that we mentioned a moment ago, the center of attention guy, the drama seeker, the passive aggressive one. Like we all know these people in our families. We can probably think about them as we're listening and identify each of them. And you know you're going to have to deal with them. And every year you leave those parties or those get-togethers like just feeling completely drained. Sometimes feeling less than, feeling like you're not doing something right, feeling like you're not enough. And it's really tough. It's really tough. So something that we do, Paige and I have done when we deal with these people and go to these gatherings is we prepare our minds for what we call battle.
Yeah.
We prepare for battle. So we have pretty intimate conversations about what we know we're going to run into. This is just how this person is. They're not doing it to be mean. This is just who they are. This is who this person is. Now, how are we going to deal with it? And so we have conversations and it's like, all right, so Paige, think about all the work that you've done on yourself this last year. Think about how strong you are. Think about all the progress you've made. You know who you are. You're firm in your beliefs and your constitution and who you are and what you mean.
I'm stronger than I think.
Right. You're stronger than you think. Do not let Uncle Larry tell you that you're less than. And if he does, which he probably will, know in your heart of hearts that it's not true.
Yeah.
So know where you're at. Prepare your mind for this. You have to just, it's for us, it's an intimate conversation with each other. If you don't have someone that you can have this kind of conversation with, I mean, I would suggest reaching out to your closest friend or just do some work by yourself. Make a list. What have you done this last year to get better, right? Do not let anyone knock you off your pedestal. Don't let them knock you off the horse. You are doing great things. Do not forget it.
Yeah.
Do not forget it. Don't let these people derail you. That's a way that we've kind of solved getting around difficult people that make you feel like you're just not enough.
Right. What is that prayer that you...
So the sick man's prayer. So I learned this through the program of Alcoholics Anonymous. It's in the back of the book. It's a really simple prayer. And I say, so when I'm offended, really at the end of the day, it's a spiritual axiom that there's something wrong within me.
Right.
Generally, right? But people will offend you. So when a person offends me, I say, God help me. This is a sick person. Help me show them the same tolerance, pity, and patience that we would cheerfully grant a sick friend. Show me how I can help them. Save me from being angry. People aren't doing things to you. They're just doing them.
Right.
And they're sick in their own ways. Don't forget that we all struggle. Everyone struggles. And some of the most annoying people in your life are the sickest. Don't forget that. They're struggling too. So think of the ways you can be helpful. And it just disarms me. It's like, man, they're not just being a pain in my ass to be a pain in my ass. Like they're really going through some stuff. Maybe I could help them.
Right. But, and also if they keep trying to force something on you or they want to engage in something, you can put your boundaries up and say, I don't think this is appropriate time to discuss this, or you can walk away from the situation or go play with a dog, or
dogs are saviors, right? So
kids,
if they've got a dog,
busy.
you're good. You got someone who's being a pain in your ass, man, go find that dog and just chill with the dog.
Yeah.
Or cat.
Yeah.
Or kids.
Yeah.
Like just the kids need attention. I'm going to go over there.
Yeah.
Make it super simple for yourself. You can remove yourself from those difficult situations in addition to preparing your mind for them.
Yes. Awesome.
What's next?
All right. So I'm going to talk about the solution. I'm going to go back. I'm going to circle back a little bit to the gift giving, and we're going to talk about the solutions and what worked for us.
Yeah.
Well, it's worked in previous years, so we'll see. So the first thing that we decided to do, I mean, our kids were getting so many gifts because I have a big family. My parents are divorced, so there's 3 sets of grandparents plus great grandparents. And then there's cousins and there's just, it's a lot of people. So there have been Christmases where our kids have gotten truckloads of gifts.
Literally. We had a truck bed and the cab completely full of plastic toys and stuff.
Right. So we decided to put our foot down. And we emailed everybody and we let them know our concerns and what we need to see going forward. It's not taking this away from grandparents or from people who want to give gifts.
Although they will feel that way in the beginning.
They will feel that way. They will. But we believe in our deepest of hearts, like we're adults. We want to raise our children a certain way. So we need that respect from those around us. So I emailed, Matt emailed, we both did. And, we want them to know that we don't want the kids to equate stuff with love.
Yeah. Like the email went something like, listen, the kids, at the time they were the only grandkids too. So it was like the center of attention was all on them.
Yes.
Everyone was like, what can I get for them? What can I get for them? We let them know that like this time of year, we don't want them to equate this time of year with just getting stuff. So please be mindful as you buy them things.
Yes. Be mindful. Practical, give experiences instead of actual physical gifts.
Yeah, take them to the zoo, buy them tickets to a sporting event and take them. Doesn't have to be 50-yard line seats, but just spend some time with them maybe, as opposed to 5 plastic things that they're just going to tear open and forget about.
Right. And there was this one thing that I always wanted to do, and I tried to do it with the kids, but I don't think anybody else really picked up on it. But it was something you want, something you need, something to wear, and something to read.
I love that. And it fits in a little box.
Yes, and it's perfect. And it keeps the sentimental value there as well. When you're giving kids so much stuff, it's not just that there's so much crap in our house that we have to deal with and clean up. They get overstimulated, and they also just become zombies, and they don't even care what they're opening anymore.
I'll never forget that. There was a year, I kid you not, we had 6 or 7 Christmases to go to, and each of these had gifts for the kids. I remember watching our daughter. She would get a box, she'd rip it open, she'd stare at it for a half a second, throw it in the pile, and then grab the next one. Rip it open, throw it in the pile. Rip it open, throw it in the pile. And as I'm watching her, I'm like, this completely defeats the purpose and the magic of like getting a gift. Like they're just mindlessly opening stuff.
Right.
It's just too much, man. Like they're missing the point. Like it's just supposed to be a special thing when you get something, and maybe it has some meaning and it's sentimental, or like everyone. And I'm that year that we had the truckload full, there were like duplicates. Like
oh yeah,
there was like 3 or 4 Minnie Mouse things, like toys. There was like like 2 or 3 of the same truck. It was outrageous, man.
Right. So we also we'll set up boundaries too. Like if someone brings more than we ask them to bring, we will let them know that those gifts will either get donated, or some gifts I'll have Sydney pick out.
This is genius.
Sydney will pick out gifts that she's like, I don't really want these. And we put them away in a closet, and I end up regifting them to like other kids' birthdays.
Yeah, because they'll get birthday invitations throughout the year. You don't have to worry about going out and getting a gift for the girl down the street, man. There's a closet full of stuff to choose from.
Right. But I taught them that gifts are not, it doesn't mean love.
Right. In a material world, which is what we live in, let's be real, let's just try to save our kids from that. If we can do that for them at least and help them know that like real meaning comes through connection with people and not so much just the stuff you buy them and the logo on it and the price tag on it, we're going to save them a ton of stress in their future.
Okay. Yeah. So what do we do about adult gift giving, Matt? Like, where do we draw the line there? Because sometimes we're adults, right? So we get to buy what we want whenever we want during the year. So
with my brothers, my 3 brothers, I'm just kidding, my 2 brothers. So we're all, I mean, let's just be real. We're all smart, handsome, and successful.
Oh my gosh.
But no, the point is that we don't want or need for anything. We're all very, very fortunate and we do well enough that throughout the year, I don't have to rely on like what my brother's going to buy me because I need to make that whole, right? I need that, like I don't need it per se. Mm-hmm. It was difficult though, because I do have one of my brothers that his love language is gift giving and like, he's good at it too. And I suck at it. Like he can look at you and be like, I know something that would just mean the world to you and he'll get it. But I had a difficult conversation with him recently. It's like, guys, I'm going to buy gifts for your kids, but I'm not going to get stuff for you. I'm just not going to do it. Like the stress of it and like what you might want and our ages and everything else. And like how much this stuff would cost that would actually mean something to you. Cause I'm a bad gift giver. I'm like, I'm just not going to do it. And it's nothing against you. I love you to death. Let's get dinner or something, but I'm not doing this gift thing this year. I'm just not going to do it.
Right, but there are other options that you can do within.
Yeah,
with my family.
Yeah, so with her family, we did. Let's draw names. So you have a family, everyone draws a name, and you're responsible to get a gift for that person with a gift limit. So it might be $50, $25. You want to spruce it up, make it more fun. You could do like $100 or even whatever you want to do, whatever works for your family and your situation. But it takes a lot of the stress out of having to buy for everybody.
Right. Like there's white elephant gifts. You can also choose to adopt a family and just buy for a family. That's what we're pretty much doing this year. Or, a child, you can go do the angel tree thing and do it as a family. And that's something that's like really wholesome too.
Yeah. So what we did in lieu of gifts last year was we found a really awesome organization here that helps women that are coming out of really abusive homes with their children and they're trying to get back on their feet. And we donated a pretty significant dollar value in each family's name. So for my brothers, it's like, hey, this is what we did. We gave to the Samaritan Inn here where we live and in their name, a donation in their name. And I think that every one of them loved it. They're like, that's amazing. Thank you. That's the kind of stuff that I would like to receive as well. Mm-hmm. But not everyone's this way. So you might get some pushback, but hey, man, this is your Christmas too.
Okay. So yeah. And let's think about finances now too.
Hang on. Before we go there, I will say, okay, yeah, finances. I'll talk about it in a second. You go ahead.
What were you going to say?
So my brother, Luke, my older brother.
That's what I was going to
go ahead. Tell the story.
Okay. Well, I was going to say,
genius.
Like if you have
limited finances,
if you have limited finances, there's a way around this.
And Luke doesn't.
He didn't have limited finances.
He doesn't have a problem with it. He's just hilarious.
He gave the best gifts to me in particular.
It was always you.
No, like he actually did really well though. He's very good at making things. Like he made me a cutting board.
Yeah, he's awesome at giving gifts that will mean something to you. Like,
yes,
he'll make stuff
amazing. But if you don't have the money, like you can write letters, you can do all these really sweet things that are actually sentimental and are going to mean a lot more. But what he would do for me was give me random bags of stuff. Like he would give me stuff that he was regifting. Like I got random slippers that were size 13.
You would get a Halloween costume he never wore.
Yeah, I would get some weird stickers. I have like this
taxidermy. She got a turtle. No, it's a rat.
It's a rat and a turtle.
A rat and a turtle like mixed together with like a squirrel tail.
Yeah, and then there was a rat with a butterfly. That's actually hanging in Sydney's room right now, which is cracking me up.
But as she's opening this box, the entire family is watching and we are just dying laughing at everything she pulls out of this box and looking at Luke like, where did you find this? And he just laughs and tells a story about where he came across it. And it's never, I was at Neiman's and I bought it.
And I bought this. Yeah,
it's like
I was
random
just thought
crap
about you.
he either like finds or has
collected
around.
over the years.
Hilarious, man. So if you can make it funny, make it funny. Yes. It doesn't have to be a big financial impact to you to be a hilarious, fun, sentimental gift. And we still have the taxidermy turtle, squirrel, rat, whatever you want to call it.
It's in my closet. I see him every day when I'm getting my sneakers.
It's hilarious. But another thing you could do, a great gift idea, is if you're struggling financially and you want to give something that means something to people, frame a family photo. You can get a frame for $2 or $3. You can Print the photo for $2 to $3 and just write a nice card. Like, this is what you mean to me. I love you. Merry Christmas. Like, that's a great gift to get. I can't think of anyone that would open that and be disappointed. That's meaningful stuff that's going to go on someone's wall, and it didn't cost you anything.
Even if you have a lot of money, you can do these types of gifts too.
That stuff means more, I think.
That stuff
right?
means
that's
so
better
much more than getting a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it's just be real.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess the last stressor that we had talked about was missing loved ones.
Missing loved ones is tough. So this time of year is very difficult for some people. If you have recently had someone that you love pass away, if there's someone that you just had a falling out with that's no longer in your life, if this is a time of year where, you can't help but remember your grandfather, your grandmother, your mother, your father, or someone that was really close to you, don't let it be a ghost this time of year. Don't let them be a ghost that haunts you. Let it be something that you celebrate. So we had, I say he was my uncle. He wasn't my uncle, but he felt like it. It was Paige's uncle recently passed away within the last few years. And it was really tough for the family. But something that we've all made a point to do is to spend time talking about the hilarious stuff, the stuff that we just think back on and we all just laugh and remember, to keep his spirit alive.
Yes, keep his spirit alive.
And it feels like he's there with us in the moment. You might remember for just a quick second that he's no longer here, but it doesn't sting as bad when you're all together as a family talking about him. Mm-hmm. So it may be difficult, but talk about this stuff. Sometimes it's a little too early, but I would suggest just rip the Band-Aid off and talk about these people in the best light.
Right. Celebrate them.
Yeah. It's takes the sting out of it,
Yeah. Okay, so did we talk about overscheduling and the
No,
solutions?
but we should. And we should also talk about what to do about social media.
Yeah.
So quickly with let's go with social media first. First of all, social media was designed to make you feel like you're not good enough. Remember that before you open the app. Remember that. So when you see everyone your kids go to school with taking all these fancy Christmas photos and they're at every single like choir concert or like symphony, or they're at the ice exhibit or whatever they're doing, like, dude, they're making you feel less than for a reason. This is how people flex. This is how they cover up their issues.
That's not necessarily
This is how they
true.
make themselves feel like they're not having issues. Everyone's got issues. Don't forget it. Social media is our way of giving the world our highlight reel. Don't forget that, right? There's very little genuine thing you'll find unless you're on the Tufo account. You're not going to find.
What you talking
you're
about?
not going to find much authentic stuff on the internet.
We share it all.
Just remember that going into it, that's how the app's designed. Just because you opened it and you saw all these people doing a bunch of stuff you're not doing doesn't mean you're not good enough and then you're not doing enough.
Yeah, and it's okay not to do everything. Then that's all going to go along with overscheduling too.
That's how to prevent Stressmas. Is you don't have to do everything. Just remember as you swipe to the next picture, these people are incredibly stressed. Do you want that? There's no way you can plan that much stuff and not be stressed. They're worn out, man. And Christmas is going to go by and they're going to be like, wait, what happened? What just happened? Like,
yeah. I
feel like I've just run a marathon. Like I can't even think right now.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy. So, okay. Social media. And the last one was
overscheduling.
Overscheduling.
Or I don't know if it's the last one, but that's the one I was going to talk about.
Okay. Hit overscheduling.
Okay. So if you're taking on too much, you don't have to take on too much. Like, I used to buy all of the gifts for everybody within my family and Matt's family. And I don't think he bought anything.
Nothing, man. It was great. I just showed up and everything was done.
Well, I
never considered how, but I'd look over and I'd see, this is the 1,000-yard stare wine lady. That was the wife.
You're right. And being a stay-at-home mom, you would think that I should be taking on all this stuff, but I'm not going to. I chose not to. A few years ago, I put my foot down and I told Matt, if he's going to buy for his family, that's on him, and it's not going to be my responsibility this year. Same with the kids. We split it up. I get some stuff, he gets the other stuff.
Delegate
Yes.
responsibilities if you're overwhelmed. It's okay to ask for help.
It is okay to ask for help.
You don't have to be responsible for everything.
And your parties and your gatherings and everything, they don't have to be perfect. You don't have to cook everything. You can order from somewhere if you need to. Ask other people to bring things. Just ask for help. It's okay.
Yeah, if you're responsible for cooking everything, tap someone else in the family and say, hey, if I sent you a recipe for this thing, could you help out? Or do you have something you could bring in its place? I really need some help. I'm drowning over here. I've got way too much going on. It's all right.
Right.
It's all right.
Right.
It's not going to be the end of the world If, your special dish doesn't show up from your kitchen, it's all right.
Right.
What matters is that you got through it, you enjoyed your holiday, and you had a good Christmas.
Yeah.
It's your Christmas too.
Exactly. That's what I was going to get at too.
And we should close with that.
Yeah.
This is something I think we forget. So growing up, we are kind of walked through Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it is you celebrate this time of year with your family's traditions. At some point though, you grow up and you are an adult and you are allowed to have your own traditions too.
Yep.
This is your holiday season as well. You don't have to do everything your family used to do. You don't have to do all those things. You can have your own stuff too. Mm-hmm. Like Paige and I have taken back some of the things that, we've done for years and years and years, because I think about this, like my parents had, before we all moved out, roughly 20 years of Christmases just the way that they wanted them.
Yep.
Every year was everything that they curated it to be. It was, we did, this, we did that. We went to so-and-so's house. We ate at certain restaurants. We did everything because that's the way they wanted it. And as I get older and I got my own kids, I'm looking around going, man, I want to do something else. And at some point I just realized, listen, I'm an adult. I'm going to do my own thing. Mm-hmm. It's nothing against y'all, but now it's my turn. You got 20 years. Now it's my turn to get 20 years. Doesn't mean I'm excluding everyone from everything, but I got some of my own stuff in here too.
Right. That's
it's
where our
okay
boundaries
to have
come
some
up.
of your own traditions.
Yes, it is.
You don't have to say yes to everything you used to do just because you used to do it to make so-and-so happy. It's just crazy how we can come back for Christmas as successful adults with families, and we're level-headed, and we're quickly put back into our place as a child by an overbearing parent or something.
Right.
It's like these family dynamics, these weird vibes that existed before we ever moved out kind of spring back up. Be cognizant of it, and just remember that you are an adult and you get to make up your mind about what your holiday looks like. It doesn't have to be stressful because your Aunt Sally said it had to.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be.
Boom.
So we hope that some of this stuff has helped. We hope that you have an enjoyable holiday season. We hope that it is not stressful. We hope that it is enjoyable for everyone.
If there's something that stresses you out that we didn't touch on, please reach out to us and ask us, because maybe we just missed it and we can help you.
We'd love to cover it in some
Remember,
way.
we've
probably been through
a lot together over the years.
There's a lot of stuff here that we probably weren't able to cover just for time. We're already here at 30 minutes.
Right.
So having said that, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Hit the subscription button and leave us a review as well. 5 stars, we'd appreciate it. Or give us one. Tell us why. Kind of curious.
Yep.
Give us some feedback. We're on social media. So on Instagram at TWFO_couple. We're active on there. Tons. Our inbox is open. If there's a topic that you'd like to see us cover, please do so. We're also on Facebook at TWFO It's TWFO Couple. And we've got a blog at www.twofocouple.com, where you can find a lot of our content. So until next time, I am Matt.
I'm Paige.
And we'll see you.
Bye.